All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Epic Basketball League 1971-72 Finals. This is the championship series. My name is Dave Little. Thank you for joining in to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network here tonight from the Dave Cave as we bring you Game 4 of the Finals, pitting the Los Angeles Lakers against the Chicago Bulls. We are here tonight in Chicago Stadium. The Lakers lead the series 2-1 by virtue of a Game 3 victory last week here in Chicago. The Bulls are hoping to pull even here tonight. LA can take a commanding lead and go up 3-1 with a victory here tonight and go back home to Los Angeles with a chance to wrap it all up in Game 5. So it will be an exciting night indeed. So let's take a look at the starting lineups, and it is all the usual suspects for Los Angeles. The backcourt of Jerry West and Gail Goodrich, both the high-scoring guards who have really been the make-or-break duo for the Lakers in this series. Your forwards are both steady, if not spectacular. Jim McMillan is the small forward, second year out of Columbia. And Happy Hairston, the power forward, the veteran out of New York University. And, of course, the big man inside, Wilt Chamberlain, the one and only big 7-footer out of Kansas, who had a tremendous season in 71-72, all NBA defensive first team, 15 points, 19 rebounds a game for Chamberlain in 71-72. Rounds out your starting lineup for the Lakers. And for the Bulls, once again, it is the very physical and defensive-minded backcourt of Norm Van Leer and Jerry Sloan. They have been battling it out with West and Goodrich throughout the series. Chet Walker and Bob Love are your forwards, and they are your big scorers for the Bulls. And, of course, inside the veteran Tom Burwinkle out of Tennessee, who has had some stellar rebounding performances in this series. As the Bulls attempt to pull even here in Chicago Stadium as we say good evening to Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims. Thank you for joining us here tonight for the ball game, and let's go ahead and tip things off. The referee tosses it in the air, and the opening tip is controlled by the Lakers. Goodrich has it on the outside. He is going to go on the attack. He drives to the basket, dishes it to Hairston, and Hairston walked with it. Turnovers have been a problem for LA throughout this series, and they turn it over on their first possession here tonight. Fans in Chicago Stadium just getting settled in as their Bulls take to the offense, moving from left to right on your computer screen under the direction of the point guard Norm Van Leer, who sends it outside to Jerry Sloan. Sloan's going to look down low for Love. Working hard in the lane, he shoots from in close and scores it.
Bob Love.
First basket of the night belongs to Chicago. And LA will try it again on the offense. Jerry West with it outside against Van Leer. Looks to distribute. LA runs a motion offense. It's swung around the perimeter, back out to West, working against Van Leer. 9 on the shot clock. West from outside shoots and scores.
West from Hairston.
Tied at 2, LA and Chicago. Back come the Bulls with Chet Walker on the baseline. Walker has a pick and roll going. He gets open for a look from the free throw line. It's around the rim and out, but Jerry Sloan grabs the offensive board and the Bulls will reset. Sloan, a very physical presence on both ends of the floor from the shooting guard position. Open inside they go to Bob Love. His layup is off the glass and good.
Bob Love.
Bob Love off to a quick start here with 4 as Chicago goes back out on top. LA back on the offense. They've got an open look from McMillan from the perimeter, and McMillan shoots and scores from 15 feet out. Tie ball game 4 apiece. Chicago back to the offense with Sloan. Working on Hairston outside. Tries to get it down to Love on the low block. And that pass goes astray. It's knocked away, and Los Angeles will take possession on the turnover. LA in possession. We are tied at 4. Hairston to inbound, and he gets it to Goodrich. Goodrich has it knocked away by Sloan out of bounds, but the Lakers will keep possession. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Lakers as Jerry West sets up the offense. West sends it to Hairston on the baseline. Hairston working against Bob Love out there. His baseline jump shot is no good. Wilt Chamberlain comes away with it on the offensive glass. He tries to get the rebound shot back up, but Jerry Sloan slaps it away and steals it. And the Bulls are going to run the other way. Sloan has Love and Walker on the wings. Love dribbles down the right side. Fires it back to Walker. Walker lays it up and good. And he is fouled on the play by McMillan. Nice transition work there by Chicago as Walker steps to the line with a chance for the three-point play. And he converts that. Bulls now lead 7-4 in the early going. Lakers with the basketball now with West. Top of the key working on Van Leer. Pounding the ball outside. Tries to get to his left, but he traveled. Nice defense by Van Leer to force the turnover. Chicago gets the ball back, leading by 3. Van Leer dumps it to Burwinkle inside. Burwinkle back out to Van Leer.
From Burwinkle.
And Van Leer buries that one. Give the assist to Burwinkle. And the Bulls quickly go up by 5. 9-4 is the score. West with it out on top. This time he wants to work his way into the lane. He's cut off by Love. His shot falls off the rim, but Hairston takes the offensive rebound. Hairston with the putback attempt. That's no good. But he is fouled on the play by Burwinkle, and it will be 2 shots for Happy Hairston. Hairston, a very good 78% free throw shooter on the season. And he hits them both to pull the Lakers to within 3. 9-6 is your score here early in the first quarter. Bulls with the basketball. They get it into the hands of Sloan. 15 on the shot clock. Works it inside to Love. The short jump shot by Love is around and out, and Jerry West takes the rebound for Los Angeles. Lakers come back the other way with West. Tries to bounce it to Goodrich at the top of the key. Norm Van Leer stepped in and stole it. Chicago with another transition opportunity here. Van Leer's going to go coast to coast. He sends it to Walker. Back to Van Leer, who lays it up and good.
Norm Van Leer.
A steal and a hoop by Norm Van Leer puts Chicago on top 11-6. Inside with it now is Hairston. From 8 feet out, his shot's no good. Van Leer with another rebound for Chicago. And another possession for the Bulls as they attempt to extend the lead. They get it to Sloan. Open inside is Love, working on Hairston. The short jump shot this time is no good again. Hairston takes the rebound. And LA comes back the other way. Jerry West loves to run the fast break. He gets out in transition. Sends it over to McMillan on the wing. McMillan back to West inside, and we've got a whistle and an offensive foul on Jerry West. Goodness gracious. Good job by Jerry Sloan to step into the lane and take the charge for the Bulls. Everything going well for Chicago here in the opening moments of this ball game. Fans on their feet. They want to see the Bulls pull even here tonight. As Van Leer sets up the offense, and he's fouled by West. That's 2 fouls on Jerry West already. He's going to have to come out of the ball game. As the horn sounds, and Jim Clemens, the rookie backup point guard out of Ohio State, comes into the game for the Lakers. That is a tough break for LA, losing their star point guard not even 4 minutes into the game with 2 personal fouls. As Van Leer hits the free throw and puts Chicago up now 12-6. Jim Clemens will run the offense. Sends it over to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich down low to Hairston. Around the horn they go. Goodrich sees the opening.
Goodrich.
Gets into the lane, lays it up and good. Good ball movement by the Lakers to set up Goodrich with the easy bucket. It's now 12-8 in favor of the Bulls. Chicago looks to the baseline where they find Love. His jump shot falls short, and Chamberlain takes the rebound. Now the Lakers have it 4-on-1 going the other way with Clemens. Clemens to Goodrich. Goodrich into the lane, dumps it off to McMillan, who lays it up and good.
McMillan from Goodrich.
Good looking fast break there by the Lakers, pulls them to within 2. 12-10 is your score. The ball goes inside to Jerry Sloan. An interior pass to Love on the low block, and Love buries the jump shot that time. He's got 6 points now to lead all scorers, and Chicago goes on top by 4. LA going to work on the other end. They get it inside to McMillan down low. His shot is blocked by Bob Love. McMillan takes his own rebound out of the air. His turnaround jump shot is good. McMillan didn't give up on the play that time after getting his first shot blocked, grabbed it, and put it back home. LA is back within 2. Chicago with the basketball in the hands of Walker on the wing. Outside, his jump shot is not able to get off as McMillan tied him up. He couldn't get the shot off, and he's called for the travel. Nice defense by the Lakers on that possession. They've got the ball now with a chance to tie the game. They dump it inside to Wilt. Chamberlain with the finger roll off the rim, no good, and Burwinkle takes the rebound. Bulls are going to run the other way. It's 3-on-3 as the Lakers hustle back. Van Leer dribbles down the center of the court, lays it up and good.
Norm Van Lier.
Goodrich just couldn't keep up with Van Leer on that play, and Chicago goes out on top by 4, 16-12, under 7 to play here in the first quarter. Clemens has it now, working against Van Leer. Clemens wants to attack. He drives, and he's called for the charge. Another stellar defensive effort by the Bulls gains them another possession on the offensive foul. Both Van Leer and Sloan have already taken charges here in the first quarter. And that really changes the tone of the entire LA offense. If the Bulls are going to stand their ground and the refs are going to blow their whistles, then that severely limits the ability of the Lakers to attack the basket. Chicago now with the basketball. The biggest thing that limits their ability to attack the basket is the presence of Wilt Chamberlain down low for the Lakers. Now they get the ball to Sloan on the outside, working against Goodrich. Sloan is going to try and get it into the paint. He's cut off by Chamberlain, and Chamberlain forced him to alter the shot. It rolls around and out, and Hairston takes the rebound for LA. Back come the Lakers with Goodrich working on Sloan. Here's another perimeter jump shot by Goodrich, and he scores again.
From Chamberlain.
Goodrich heating things up on the outside for LA. Brings the Lakers back to within 2. Once again, the ball is in the hands of Sloan. Sloan is going to look this time for Walker on the inside. Walker steps around
Walker.
McMillan, lays it up and good. Nice shot by Walker. He torched the Lakers for 34 in Game 3 as that led Chicago to keep the game close before LA pulled it out in the fourth quarter. Lakers now trail by 4, 18-14, as once again LA looks inside to Wilt. Chamberlain inside. This time goes to the left hand and throws it down. Drop step move there around Burwinkle to get the basket. LA back to within 2. Back and forth we go here in quarter number 1. Lakers now get it to Love on the baseline. Smooth stroke from the corner, but it comes up short, no good. Van Leer grabs the offensive board and throws it back out to the perimeter for a fresh 24. It's in the hands of Sloan. He sends it down to Love. Love now working from the inside, gets to the low block, hits the fadeaway jump shot, and he's fouled on the play by Hairston.
From Van Leer.
Nice setup by Van Leer, and now it's Bob Love with the chance for a three-point play. 20-16 now, Chicago with the lead. As Love steps to the line, he hits the free throw, and that puts Chicago up by 5, 21-16. Lakers keeping it close here, even after losing their point guard, Jerry West, to early foul trouble. Clemens has acquitted himself well. He looks inside to McMillan. McMillan working from the paint, has it stripped away and stolen by Chet Walker. Good interior defense there, gains the Bulls another possession as they look to extend the lead. They get it to Sloan on the perimeter. Sloan drives, and he's called for the offensive foul. The refs are certainly being consistent with those whistles tonight as both teams are drawing the charges. And the basketball goes back over to Los Angeles, still trailing 21-16. They're going to look again for Goodrich on the perimeter. Sees the opening. Ooh, Sloan falls down, but Goodrich cannot take advantage as he tries to hit the one-handed runner. That's no good, but he is fouled on the play by Burwinkle, and that is number 2 on Burwinkle. That will send Gail Goodrich to the line. And as Goodrich hits the first shot, the horn sounds. And into the game for Chicago will be the backup center, Clifford Ray. Ray, a very popular player here in Chicago, rookie out of Oklahoma. First team all-rookie NBA in 71-72, averaging double-digit rebounds coming off the bench. Goodrich hits both free throws, and LA pulls to within 3. 5 minutes to play here, first quarter. As Norm Van Leer sets up the offense for Chicago. Van Leer steps to his left, takes the jump shot, and misses, but he is fouled on the play by Clemens, and that's 2 on Clemens. So the fouls beginning to pile up here for both teams. Certainly not like we saw in Game 1 of this series, where the teams combined to set NBA records for both total personal fouls and free throw attempts in a single game. But we've seen first West, then Burwinkle, and now Clemens going to the bench in foul trouble. As Clemens will be replaced out there by Flynn Robinson. And that is definitely going to shorten up the Lakers bench. With 4:49 to play, they're going to go ahead and bring John Trapp into the ball game as well, because they're going to have to juggle some bodies here with their first 2 point guards both facing some foul trouble. So Trapp into the game. The free throw by Van Leer is good, and Chicago goes back on top by 5, 23-18. LA back to the offense, now being led by Flynn Robinson. He looks inside to John Trapp. Trapp's got some good moves down there in the post. He's working on Love. His shot is no good, but Trapp gets his own rebound. Trapp on the putback, rims out. Love may have gotten a piece of that one on the way up. And on the rebound, we have got a whistle and a foul, and that is going to be called on Wilt Chamberlain on the loose ball. And that will send Norm Van Leer to the stripe for 1 free throw. Van Leer misses that, but Clifford Ray comes down with the rebound for Chicago. Ray on the putback attempt over Chamberlain. It's good.
Clifford Ray.
How about Clifford Ray coming into the game and making his presence felt immediately, as Chicago is now up by 7, their biggest lead of the night, 25-18, under 4.5 to play here in the first quarter. Here's Goodrich from the free throw line. His shot is off left, no good. Chamberlain grabs the offensive board. Chamberlain with the putback attempt is up and good.
Chamberlain.
LA back to within 5, 25-20. With it now on the perimeter is Sloan. He drives to the lane. He's cut off by Chamberlain. His jump shot will not fall, and Chamberlain takes the board for Los Angeles. Coming back to Goodrich on the opposite end. Goodrich with an open look from the perimeter. But on his way up, he is fouled by Sloan. The refs are going to give that to him on the floor, and it'll just be one shot for Gail Goodrich, and that is the second personal foul against Jerry Sloan. We're right at the 4-minute mark, which is the time when we normally bring subs into the game. So Chicago is just going to go ahead and bring in the remainder of their second unit. Bob Weiss will run the point. Jim King at the 2 guard. Jackie Dinkins at the small forward, and Howard Porter replacing Love at the power forward. And for LA, Flynn Robinson will run the point. Gail Goodrich will remain in the game. He's shooting the free throws. Pat Riley will come in at the small forward. And we'll see Leroy Ellis into the game for the first time at the center position. As we say good evening in the chat room to Amish Elvis 1. Good evening, Dave. I dig the game. Looks fun. Maybe the best basketball game I've seen so far for the PC. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Elvis. Actually, it's Dave Gardner who turned me on to this game. He loves this game, loves the chalkboard. And it has a couple of glitches, but really it's a fun game in terms of the way it's laid out. It's very easy from a user interface standpoint to pass the ball, shoot the ball, get subs in and out of the game. On balance, I am very happy with this game as well. And welcome to Game 4 of the 1971-72 Epic Basketball League Championship Finals. LA leads the series 2-1, but they trail here 25-20 with 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. And Gail Goodrich stepping to the line. He hits the free throw, and that pulls LA within 4. Bob Weiss now running the show for the Bulls as they come back on offense. Weiss from the outside working against Robinson. He's going to call his own number, tries to get to the hole, but he wraps the arm around Flynn Robinson on his way to the basket, and he is called for the offensive foul. That's at least 2 offensive fouls we've seen on each team here tonight, and that is contributing significantly to the foul trouble that both teams have found themselves facing. As LA, trailing by 4, has the basketball with Flynn Robinson at the point. Robinson sends it over to Goodrich. Goodrich on the wing, working against King. Cross courts it to Riley. Back over to Goodrich for the outside jump shot. It's good.
Goodrich.
9 points now for Gail Goodrich. He is the hot hand for LA as the Lakers come back to within 2. Weiss with another jump shot here on the offense for Chicago. Around the rim and out. John Trapp grabs the rebound. Quick outlet to Flynn Robinson. Robinson wants to run. He's got Goodrich and Riley on the wings. Robinson sends it to Goodrich on the baseline. His layup is no good. Off the front of the rim, and Jackie Dinkins hustles back for the rebound for the Bulls. Bulls up by 2 now, 3:23 to play in the first quarter. The ball is in the hands of Jimmy King on the outside. King's going to take a look at his first shot of the night. It's off the rim, no good. Tipped by Ray, no good. And John Trapp comes out of there with it for Los Angeles. Quick shot in transition for Flynn Robinson. He tries to get to the lane, but he is pushed by Porter. They call that one on the floor, and it will be one shot for Flynn Robinson. Flynn Robinson, a high-scoring backup player for the Lakers, very handy player. He can play the point or the off guard. He hits the free throw for his first point of the night, and it is now 25-24. Chicago with the lead and the basketball. They get it inside to Porter. Porter working down low against John Trapp. Good matchup down low. Porter cannot get that one to fall, but he is fouled by Riley. Riley coming over to help out. And that's going to put Chicago into the bonus and send Howard Porter to the line with an opportunity for the 3 to make 2. Porter hits the first. Rookie out of Villanova hits the second, and that puts Chicago back on top by 3. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. LA sets up the offense. They're going to run it again through Robinson. He's double teamed. He sends it to Riley. Riley tries to get it inside to Trapp, but it is an errant pass out of bounds for the turnover. Ball goes back over to Chicago. That is 9 turnovers for the Lakers here in the first quarter, and that is why they are behind in this game. Chicago, give credit to their defensive efforts, as the Bulls have made life on the offensive end difficult for Los Angeles every game of this series. Chicago looks inside once again to Porter. His short rainbow over John Trapp is no good, and Pat Riley takes the rebound out of there for the Lakers. Lakers coming back with Robinson. Sends it down inside to Leroy Ellis. Ellis working in the paint. Gets into the lane, shoots from in close and scores.
Ellis, from Robinson.
Nicely set up there by Flynn Robinson. And again, it is a 1-point game, 27-26. Weiss with it out on top. Has missed his first 2 field goals attempts. He tries to get into the lane, and this time he is knocked down by Robinson. And that will be 2 free throws for Bob Weiss for the Bulls. Very good free throw shooter is Weiss. He knocks home the first. Misses the second. And Clifford Ray takes the offensive rebound for Chicago. Ray with a quick putback attempt, and he scores again.
Clifford Ray.
Clifford Ray with 2 putbacks for a total of 4 points, and Chicago now leads by 4. 30-26 is the score, under 2 to play in the first quarter. Here's Pat Riley with it on the baseline. He drives. He collides with Porter. His layup is no good. Are we going to get a whistle? Yes. The foul is called on Porter, and that will send Pat Riley to the line for 2 free throws, as the Lakers are now in the bonus. Riley hits the first. Riley, of course, would go on to coaching success here in Los Angeles. He hits both free throws, and once again we have a 2-point ball game, 30-28. Chicago in the lead. Weiss from the outside puts it up again, misses again. He cannot find the range tonight. And Pat Riley with another rebound for Los Angeles. Riley wants to run. Quick outlet to Flynn Robinson. 2-on-2 going the other way. Riley down the wing. Gets into the lane, lays it up and good.
Riley.
Good hustle by Pat Riley. He beat the defense back and converted the layup. And we are now tied at 30. With 1:34 remaining in the first quarter. High-scoring first quarter, both teams shooting the ball well, and lots of free throws once again here tonight. The ball goes into Clifford Ray down low, guarded by Ellis. His 8-footer is all net, and Clifford Ray coming off the bench is lighting things up for the Bulls. Here's Goodrich with the look from the perimeter. Steps to his right. Off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it is Clifford Ray coming out with it for Chicago. In transition, quickly they look to Ray down low. He beat John Trapp to the spot. But Leroy Ellis on the chase down block knocks that one away, and Trapp takes the rebound for Los Angeles. Nice defensive play by Leroy Ellis for the Lakers. Goodrich from the outside. Drives around King, gets into the middle. Cut off by Porter. And the shot by Goodrich is blocked. Deflected by Ray. It's tipped around. Ellis grabs it. Tips it over to Trapp. Trapp with the short jump shot is good.
Trapp.
Trapp picks up the loose ball and puts it home to tie the game for Los Angeles. 32 all. Under a minute to play here in the first. The ball is in the hands of King. Jim King from the outside, his jump shot is short. But he draws the foul on Goodrich. And Jim King will get 3 to make 2 here. with 39 seconds to play. King knocks down the first. King missed the second. He'll get the bonus. King hits the third. 2 points now for Jim King, and Chicago leads by 2. 34-32. 39 seconds to play in the first quarter. The ball goes to Pat Riley on the wing. He's picked up by Dinkins. Sends it back on top to Goodrich. Goodrich draws the double team, sends it over to Robinson. Robinson shoots and scores.
From Goodrich.
And we're tied at 34. 31 seconds to play here in the period. Chicago with the ball in the hands of King. King from the outside shoots and scores.
Jim King.
4 points now for King. And we're down to 20 seconds to go in the quarter, and it looks like the Lakers are going to hold for the final shot. It's going to be Robinson taking the shot from outside. That's no good. Battle for the rebound goes to Ray. The Bulls actually have 6 seconds to try and get something done. They hustle it up the court. Weiss from the outside shoots the long jumper, no good. And that's going to end the quarter. Exciting first quarter of action. Your score, Chicago 36, LA 34, in a high-scoring first period of action. As we take a look at the box score. Leading scorer for Los Angeles is Gail Goodrich with 9. He played the full first quarter after West went down with foul trouble, followed by Clemens going down with foul trouble. And for Chicago, 9 points for Van Leer, 9 points for Bob Love, as the Bulls lead by 2. Once again, turnovers were the story of that period, as the Lakers coughed the ball up 9 times. 9 times! As the principal used to say in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Mr. Rooney, I believe his name was. So Chicago leading by 2, 36-34. Wake up, Dave. It's Friday night. You should be more awake for this. Quick yawn and we'll get back to action here. All right, now we're ready. No extra charge for the sound effects. Let's take a look at some substitutions. It is going to be Jim McMillan coming into the game at the shooting guard position to give Goodrich a rest. The remainder of the second unit will remain intact, with Flynn Robinson still running the point for LA. And for the Bulls, they're going to keep their second unit out there. They've got Porter in a little bit of foul trouble, but they'll let him go a few more minutes, and hopefully he won't pick up his third here in the quarter before the regulars return, usually at about the 8-minute mark. The tip is in the air as the referee throws the ball up. And Los Angeles takes control. Leroy Ellis with the ball inside, working against Porter. Sends it to Trapp. Trapp on the inside, shoots the short jump shot and scores.
Trapp.
To tie the game. Believe it or not, Los Angeles did not lead in that first quarter. The score was tied on a number of occasions, but at no point did the Bulls ever relinquish the lead. Here's a pass inside to Porter. Porter working against Trapp inside. Shoots from in close and scores.
Howard Porter from Weiss.
Give the assist to Weiss. Chicago back on top by 2. Back come the Lakers. Inside they go to John Trapp. Trapp inside, working against Porter. The right-hand runner is
Trapp.
good, and once again we are tied. As Amish Elvis asked, does that game have a player editor that you could create your own fictional players? And I do not know the answer to that. But if we go to the, we can't get there now, but after the game, I'll check that out and get back to you on that. Good question. Yeah, so thanks for the question. Tied at 38, Chicago with the basketball early in the second period. The ball goes inside again to Porter. Porter with 4 points already. His short jump shot this time is no good, but he is fouled on the play by Riley, and it will be Howard Porter to the line shooting 2. Porter good with the first. Chicago back on top by 1. Porter missed the second, and Jim McMillan takes the rebound for the Lakers. Lakers come back the other way with a chance to take their first lead of the game. They go inside to Ellis, working on Ray. His short jump shot is good.
Ellis,
and the Lakers go on top 40-39. Chicago back with the basketball. They get it into Porter. Porter very active down low here tonight. And this time he shoots and scores.
Howard Porter from
the assist to King. 7 points now off the bench for Howard Porter. Looking good here for the Bulls. Back come the Lakers. Inside they go once again to Ellis. On the low block, fakes, shoots, and scores.
Ellis from trap.
Looking power move inside. LA goes back on top. Back and forth we go. Chicago with the basketball in the hands of King. King finds himself trapped in the lane with no place to go. He's going to try and dump it down to Porter. It goes off the foot of Ellis and out of bounds, but Chicago will retain possession with 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Jackie Dinkins has it on the outside, working against Riley. The pass goes in low to Ray, back out to Dinkins on the perimeter. Dinkins shoots
Jackie
and scores.
Dinkins from Ray.
Both teams shooting the ball well. Both teams better than 53% from the field here tonight. And we have got ourselves a high-scoring ball game going here. Chicago back on top, 43-42 early in the second period. Here's an opportunity for Riley from the perimeter. He sends it into Ellis, and it is knocked away out of bounds. Chicago will take possession. Now 10 turnovers on the night for the Lakers. And Coach Bill Sharman is not happy at all about that statistic. Ball goes back over to the Bulls. Leading by 1. They get it to King on the outside. King with a nice looking stroke out there, and he leaves that one short. But he is fouled on the play by McMillan, and that will send Jim King to the free throw line for 2 shots. King, a steady backup player here for the Bulls. 9th-year man out of Tulsa. And a good free throw shooter. He connects on the first. King hits them both, and the Bulls go on top by 3. 45-42, 10 minutes to go in the second period. And if you hang around at halftime, you can hear updates from the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, including a recap of what's happening in Heartland Championship Wrestling. I know Hamish Elvis enjoys the wrestling, as does Big Paulie. So some big announcements to come at halftime regarding Heartland Championship Wrestling. But right now we are back to basketball. And it is the Lakers with the basketball trailing by 3. Under 10 minutes to play. The ball goes to Robinson. Robinson has been quiet here to start the second period. He's double teamed. He takes the shot anyways. It's too strong off the rim. And Clifford Ray with another rebound for Chicago. Chicago will come back slowly. King is going to have a look at a free throw line jump shot in transition, and he buries
Jim
that
King
one.
from Dinkins.
8 points now for King, and the Bulls are back on top by 5. 47-42. Flynn Robinson now wants to go on the attack. From the outside, he takes it to the inside. Dances down the lane. Lays it up off the rim, no good. There's a collision on the play, and the foul is called on Howard Porter. And that will send Robinson to the free throw line. Robinson hits the first. And the horn sounds, and back into the ball game is going to come Bob Love, replacing Porter, who has just picked up his 3rd foul. Second free throw by Robinson is good. And the lead is back to 3, 47-44. Chicago with the lead and the basketball. Inside they go to Love. Working now against John Trapp. Takes the lob, shoots, and has it blocked. Tipped away by Trapp. Rebound taken for Los Angeles by Leroy Ellis. Good defense by the Lakers on that possession. Around the horn it goes. He comes back into the hands of Robinson. Top of the key. He's fouled by Weiss. He had a mind to try and drive to the hoop, but Weiss got him on the way by. That'll be a one-shot opportunity for Flynn Robinson. Robinson, the dynamic combo guard, 6 years out of Wyoming. Robinson hits the free throw, and LA is now within 2, 47-45. Pass goes into Love. Back out to Dinkins. 13 on the shot clock. Dinkins sees an opening. Takes the shot, no good. Love takes the offensive rebound. Love with the putback attempt is good.
Bob Love.
That puts Love in double digits with 11, and Chicago goes back out in front by 4, 49-45. Riley looks to Trapp in the low post. Fronted by Love. The shot is too long. Trapp wanted a whistle, didn't get it. Trapp got his own rebound. His putback attempt. He's called for the offensive foul. Lowered the shoulder and bowled his way back into the lane after grabbing that rebound. He is called for the foul, and he is not happy at all with the officials. And the referee just looks at him and says, "Your tail grows tiresome." And Chicago will bring the ball back the other way. Bonus points to anybody who can identify the source of that line. Your tail grows tiresome. And we'll hit that one later in the second quarter on Trivia Night here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Chicago with the basketball now leading by 4. 8:48 to play. As the ball is in the hands of Weiss. Weiss from the free throw line is fouled by Robinson. Things getting a little chippy in this one. As Weiss steps to the free throw line for one shot on the perimeter foul by Robinson. Weiss hits the free throw. This series will not get nearly as chippy as what we saw when the Bulls and the New York Knicks squared off in the semifinal round. But it's starting to get a little testy here on both sides tonight of this very physical matchup. Los Angeles trailing by 5 with the basketball. Robinson sets up the offense, sends it over to Riley on the perimeter. Riley's just going to take his way into the lane. He's cut off by Love. He stops, he shoots, he scores.
Riley.
Good shot by Pat Riley off glass. Brings LA back to within 3 as we say hello to JT in the chat room. Thanks for stopping by tonight for some Epic Basketball League action. It is the finals. It is Game 4. Lakers lead the series 2-1, but they trail by 3 points here in the middle of the second quarter. As Chicago has the basketball and the lead. They work it inside to Clifford Ray down low. Ray works his way inside against Ellis. His little jump shot is good, and he is fouled on the play by Ellis. And Clifford Ray goes to the line with a chance for the three-point play. But before the free throw, we're going to have substitutions for both sides. Jerry West will return to action. Gail Goodrich back into the game after a brief rest. McMillan will slide over to the small forward position. And Trapp will leave. Ellis will leave. Hairston and Chamberlain back into the game as LA has their starting 5 intact. For Chicago, Chet Walker will return. It's going to be the full starting 5 back into the game for the Bulls as well. So 8:16 to play. Both starting units back on the floor. Chicago leading by 5 as there I did it again. Brought Clifford Ray out of the ball game too soon. He's got a free throw to shoot here. It's no good. And Hairston takes the rebound for Los Angeles. I guess Ray didn't want to come out of the game, so he missed the free throw. And West now has the ball for Los Angeles, working against Van Leer. Sends it over to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich with the outside jump shot. That's off the iron, no good, but somebody got him on the arm. That foul is going to go against Van Leer, and that will be 2 shots for Gail Goodrich. First shot by Gail is good. He becomes the first Laker in double digits with 10. And Goodrich hits them both. Bulls seem more spirited after the Game 3 overtime loss. Yes, indeed. JT, you are correct. And I had forgotten that game went to overtime because if you'll remember, the game froze. And I never could restore the last 3 seconds of that game between LA and Chicago in Game 3 of the series. So that game, I never did get a final box score on that, but it's official in the scorebook, and the Lakers lead the series 2-1. Thanks for the reminder of that, JT, and thanks for coming out tonight. Chicago with the basketball, leading by 3, as Norm Van Leer is back at the point, working against Jim McMillan. He's going to take the outside. No, he fakes the shot. Drives to the hole, and he is called for the charge. Another offensive foul whistled here tonight, and that is going to be 2 on Norm Van Leer. Bulls with the Lakers with the basketball. They look inside to Chamberlain. He kicks it back out to West. West from the outside is double teamed. His shot is no good. The rebound bounces away out of bounds, and possession will go back to Chicago. Teams have cooled off here a little bit, but it's still a pretty high-scoring game. 52-49 midway through the second quarter. The ball goes inside to Walker. Walker in the paint. Has a mismatch against Goodrich. Puts up the runner. That's no good. But we've got a loose ball foul on the rebound, and that is going to go against Chamberlain. Good box out by Jerry Sloan. And Sloan will go to the line for 1 free throw as a result of the loose ball foul. The free throw by Sloan is good, and that's going to put Chicago on top by 4, 53-49. Still 7.5 minutes to play here in the second period. LA with the basketball. They've got it in the hands of West out on top. 16 on the shot clock. West looks to distribute. Oh, he finds McMillan inside. Nifty little pass by West. McMillan shoots from in close, but he cannot get it to go. He is fouled on the play by Walker. And the parade to the free throw line continues in this one. McMillan with 1 shot opportunity. That foul was called on the floor. On the reach-in, as Walker tried to interrupt that pass. The free throw is good, and the game is now a 3-point game, 53-50. Chicago on top as Van Leer sets up the Bulls' offense. They go to Walker on the perimeter. He's got it knocked away out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Good hands by McMillan to interrupt the flow of that play. But Chicago still has 9 seconds on the shot clock to get something going here. Once again, they look to Walker. Walker from the perimeter, steps to his left, shoots, and scores. And he's fouled on the play by
Chet
McMillan.
Walker scores from
So
Van
back we
Leer.
go for more free throws here in Chicago Stadium as we say good evening to After Further Review with Steve Tower. Good evening, Dave, and basketball fans. Beat LA, says Steve Tower. And the Bulls are here tonight in Game 4, looking to even the series against the Lakers and leading by 5 midway through the second quarter with Chet Walker stepping to the free throw line. Walker missed the free throw, and the rebound is Walker will have a bonus shot here as Chicago already is in the bonus. Just 5 minutes gone by in the quarter. Walker gets the second one to go, and that puts Chicago on top by 6, 56-50. Lakers with the basketball. The pass goes to Hairston on the baseline. Hairston's got to look at a 12-footer, but he left it short. And the rebound bounces out of play. Possession goes over to Chicago. Bulls looking to stretch the lead. They've led by as many as 7 here tonight. LA has not led by more than 1. As the Bulls set up the offense, and they're going to run it through Sloan. Sloan down low, posting up against McMillan. He's got to get rid of it. Can't get a shot off, has to call timeout. 13 on the shot clock as the Bulls regroup. Walker to inbound. The pass goes to Sloan on the perimeter. Shot clock running down. Sloan tries to get to the hoop. He's cut off by Hairston. His shot is no good, but Sloan stays with it and clears his own miss. He's going to send it back out to reset the shot clock. They get it to Van Leer on top. Van Leer passes to Ray. Back to Van Leer from the outside, who nails the long
Norm
jump
Van
shot.
Lier from Ray.
11 points for Norm Van Leer. And at the midpoint of the second quarter, Chicago has their biggest lead of the night, 58-50. LA back on offense. They work it inside to Hairston. Hairston with a tough matchup down there against Love. It's stripped away by Van Leer. And Van Leer with a steal. He's going to run the fast break. Chicago has the numbers. Sloan has the ball in the center of the court. Van Leer gets it on the pass. We've got a whistle and an offensive foul on Van Leer, and that is his 3rd. Goodness gracious, the number of offensive fouls here tonight has been remarkable. As Van Leer has just picked up number 3, and he is going to have to go to the bench for the rest of the half. Do we bring Weiss into the game, or do we come with Jimmy Collins? We're going to bring Jimmy Collins back into the game. Weiss already has some foul trouble, and the Bulls have the lead for the moment. So they'll see if they can get some run out of Jimmy Collins, recognizing that this game isn't going to be decided in the middle of the second quarter. So Jimmy Collins is into the game for Chicago, a second-year man out of New Mexico State. And he's going to have a tough matchup indeed against Jerry West. An unenviable position for this young fella, as West immediately calls for the ball. He wants to take this guy to school, and he's fouled by Collins. That is the 5th team foul on Chicago, and that puts LA into the bonus, and Jerry West will get 2 free throws. First shot is good. Only 3 points so far for West tonight after he went to the bench with early foul trouble. West misses the second, and Clifford Ray with another rebound for Los Angeles. I forgot he was still in the ballgame. We got to get Burwinkle back in for Chicago. Back on offense come the Bulls. They look to Walker inside. Walker with a step back from 12
Chet
feet
Walker
out, shoots and
from
scores.
Collins.
And that is 10 points for Chet Walker. Both Walker and Love now in double digits for Chicago, along with Norm Van Leer, as they have put up 60 points on this Lakers defense. LA works it inside to Chamberlain, posting up on Ray. He shoots and misses, but he is fouled by Ray, and Chamberlain will get 3 attempts to make 2. And the way that Wilt shoots free throws, it's actually going to be more like a 3 to make 1. As the first one clangs embarrassingly off the front of the rim. Second shot by Wilt is equally bad. And at that time, the horn sounds, and Burwinkle comes back into the game for the Bulls. Third shot by Chamberlain is nowhere near going down, but Hairston keeps the rebound on the offensive end for LA. Hairston with the putback, that's no good. Chamberlain takes the offensive board. Chamberlain with the short rainbow shot is good.
Chamberlain.
So it was a 3 to make none at the free throw line, but Chamberlain comes up with an offensive board and a field goal on the rebound to bring Los Angeles back to within 7. Chicago with the ball now as Walker has it on the point. He's guarded closely by West. What's he going to do? He's got very few options here. He calls timeout. Probably the smartest play, as West had that play well defended. Chicago with 12 seconds now on the shot clock. Plenty of time to get the play here as Walker is set to inbound. The pass goes inside to Burwinkle. Working on Chamberlain. Shot clock down to 4. As Burwinkle double pumps, flips it up no good. Tipped in the air by Chamberlain, and Chamberlain comes down with it for LA. He is an enforcer and a rim protector of the utmost magnitude. LA now trails by 7, attempting to cut into that lead as they look to McMillan on the perimeter. Shot by McMillan is way off. Out of play, ball goes back over to Chicago. McMillan gesturing at his elbow as if he may have been hit on that shot, but the referees aren't hearing it as the Bulls bring the basketball back down the other way. Jimmy Collins now running the show for the Bulls. 4.5 minutes to play before halftime. Inside they go to Walker. Walker works it down low, and McMillan pokes it away and steals it. Nicely done by McMillan. LA with an opportunity to score in transition. They send it to West. Back to McMillan. McMillan lays it up and good.
McMillian.
Nice fast break by LA. Pulls the Lakers back to within 5. Chicago on the point. They get it to Walker this time from the perimeter. His outside jump shot is good.
Chet Walker.
He's got 12 points now to lead all scorers. Chicago up by 7 as we approach 4 minutes to play in the second period. West with it on the outside. Has an open look. Comes off the screen. His shot is no good. It rolls out of bounds to Chicago. Jerry West struggling to get it going here tonight, and his team needs him. Bulls up by 5 with the basketball. The ball goes inside to Love. Love working on the low block against Hairston. Turns and shoots. It's off the rim, no good. And Wilt Chamberlain pulls it out of there for Los Angeles. Lakers coming back the other way with Goodrich. Goodrich has a look from the wing, and he missed that one just off the rim. But he is fouled on the play by Sloan, and that is 3 on Jerry Sloan. As the foul trouble continues to pile up, both Chicago guards now on the bench in foul trouble. Goodrich goes to the line. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He hits the first. He has 3 to make 2. He's not likely to need 3. As back into the game now will be Jim King to finish out the half for the Bulls. So it's going to be the backups, Collins and King, working against West and Goodrich. And if there was ever a chance for West to get his game on, now's the time. Goodrich makes the second. He's got 13, and LA is back within 5. Chicago with the basketball. They look to Walker on the outside. Working against McMillan. We've got a whistle. And a foul on Hairston. Hairston came over on the switch and fouled Walker before Walker could drive to the basket. That's on the floor. It'll be 2 shots for Chet Walker. He hits the first. Walker, a very good free throw shooter in his own right, is 2 for 2 on that trip. Chicago's back on top by 7. Here's Goodrich from the outside. Wide open look. Coming off the screen. It's kicked away out of bounds. Goodrich, I don't think, realized how wide open he was coming off that screen. He thought about dumping the ball inside to Chamberlain, was indecisive, and lost the ball out of bounds for a turnover. That's 12 turnovers on the night for Los Angeles. As Jerry West now, actually, that's not a turnover. The ball stays with Los Angeles. Now West gets a hold of it. He tries to drive. He knocks it off his own leg and out of bounds, and that is a turnover. The play-by-play guy is getting ahead of himself here in the Dave Cave. as Chicago comes back leading by 7. Under 3 minutes to play now in the second period. The pass goes out on top to Collins. Working on Jerry West. Top of the circle. Gets into the lane. He's cut off by Chamberlain. His jump shot is no good. And McMillan with the rebound for Los Angeles. Lakers setting up on the other side. Here's Goodrich with a perimeter jump shot. That's no good. But he's fouled on the play by King. Chicago Stadium not liking that call, as the foul totals are piling up for both sides here. And Gail Goodrich steps back to the free throw line for more free throws. The first shot is good. 16 straight now for Goodrich. Now 17 straight as Goodrich hits them both. He's now got 15, and the Lakers are back to within 5. Chicago wants to get it inside to Love. He gets the pass from Collins. And now we've got a double foul out at the top of the key. West and Collins got tangled up, and that is 3 on Jerry West. What a huge call against the Lakers, as the fans here in Chicago Stadium are voicing their pleasure at seeing Jerry West have to go back to the bench. He'll be replaced by Jim Clemens. Look at the fouls. McMillan's got 3. I missed that one, so we're going to bring John Trapp back into the game. So we've got West with 3, McMillan with 3, and a bunch of guys with 2, including Clemens, Hairston, Chamberlain, Riley, Flynn Robinson, Pat Riley, everybody with 2 fouls for Los Angeles. They have committed 19 fouls on the game to 18 for Chicago. As action continues with Walker to inbound for Chicago, 16 on the shot clock. They dump it down low to Love. Short J is off the front rim, no good. And Happy Hairston takes the rebound for Los Angeles. Here's a quick outlet to Clemens. LA wants to run. Clemens and Goodrich, 2-on-2 going the other way. Clemens dumps it off to Goodrich. Goodrich lays it up and good.
Goodrich, from Clemens.
Gail Goodrich with 17 points. He is lighting it up here tonight. And the Lakers need every one of those points and then some. Chicago now leads by 3. Ball goes inside to Burwinkle. Burwinkle trying to find an open teammate. Gets it to Walker down low. Walker's got a good look from inside. His short rainbow is good.
The Jet, from Collins.
And the Bulls go back on top by 5 as we say hello to D. Scott Howard in the chat room. How are you this evening, my friend? Welcome to Game 4 of the 1971-72 Epic Basketball League Finals. LA leads the series 2-1. Chicago leads this one by 5, 66-61, with under 2 minutes to go before halftime. And Jim Clemens running the point for LA as West is on the bench in foul trouble. Ooh, Clemens gets around Jimmy Collins, lays it up and good.
From Chamberlain.
Collins in the game replacing Norm Van Leer, who is also facing foul trouble. It's a 3-point game now. Chicago with the lead, 66-63, with the basketball. Collins sends it inside to Love. Whistle on the play, and another double foul. That's the second double foul we've seen in the last minute of action. This time it was Chamberlain and Burwinkle getting tied up in there. And that is 3 fouls on both Chamberlain and Burwinkle. So we're going to have more substitutions as Leroy Ellis will return to the game for LA. And for Chicago, it will be Clifford Ray coming back out there. So in the final minutes of the second quarter, things are getting chippy on both sides of the floor. Here we've got Walker to inbound. Oh, and Clemens stole the inbounds pass. Nice defense by Clemens. All alone on the breakaway. He's going to go coast to coast. He lays it up. Oh, around and out, no good. He missed the layup, but he was fouled on the play by Jimmy King. King tried the chase down, but Clemens was a little too quick getting there, and he will go to the line with 2 free throws. He hits the first. 3 points now on the night for the rookie out of Ohio State. Clemens missed the second. He'll get the bonus on the 3 to make 2. And Clemens hits that one, and that pulls LA within 1. 66-65 is your score. 1.5 minutes to play in the first half. Chicago with the basketball. It's Love on the baseline. Shoots over Hairston and scores it.
Bob Love, from Ray.
Good looking baseline jump shot by Bob Love. Puts Chicago back out on top by 3. Hairston down low for LA. Oh, he gets a step
Hairston.
on Love and goes to the reverse layup. Gets around Love, lays it up and good. LA back to within 1. Coming down to the final minute. The pass goes to Walker on the perimeter. He shows, he goes, he lays it up and good.
Chet Walker.
5 straight field goal makes for Chet Walker. He's got 18 on the night. Chicago back on top by 3. It is the Walker and Goodrich show here in the second period. Here's Goodrich with it out on top. He's going to try to pull the trigger from the free throw line,
Goodrich,
and he scores that
from
one.
Hairston.
Field goal shooting has been good for both sides tonight. That plus the number of free throws that have been made has made this a high-scoring game, despite the number of turnovers that we've seen. Chicago on top 70-69 with 49 seconds to play in the half. The ball goes to Love on the baseline. Working on Hairston again. Here's another jump shot from the perimeter. This one falls short. The rebound is knocked away out of bounds. Possession goes back to Los Angeles. 39 seconds to play. LA in possession with Goodrich on the outside. Goodrich has a good look from the left wing. His jump shot is around the rim and out, and Bob Love takes the rebound for Chicago. Oh, here's Chicago coming back the other way with a 3-on-2 opportunity in transition. King's got it on the baseline across to Walker. Walker with the layup, no good. And John Trapp gets back to take the rebound for LA. And with 25 seconds to play, LA wants to run back the other way. Jim Clemens loves to run the floor. He's got Goodrich with him, along with Hairston and Trapp. Lakers have numbers. Goodrich, the trailer, gets the pass from Hairston, lays it up and good.
Goodrich, from Hairston.
And LA takes the lead with 23 seconds to play in the quarter. Chicago's going to hold for the final shot of the period. King on the perimeter passes to Collins. He goes back to King for the jump shot around the rim and out. Clemens takes the rebound. 4 seconds to play. Can the Lakers get a long jump shot off in desperation? They get it to Goodrich. It's stolen away by King, and that is the end of the half. What a first half we have seen. High scoring, 71-70 is your score. Let's take a look at the halftime box score. Both teams have been upwards of 34 points in each of the first 2 quarters of action. Gail Goodrich is lighting it up. 6 for 11 from the field, 9 for 9 from the free throw line. He leads all scorers with 21. And nobody else on the Lakers has hit more than 9. McMillan with 9. And a bunch of guys with 6 for the Lakers. Jerry West, a disappointing 3 points and 3 personal fouls and 4 turnovers. No steals, no assists. And boy, Goodrich has really had to play the role of hero in this one, given the struggles that Jerry West has seen here tonight. For Chicago, they've got a little better balance. Walker with 18, Love with 13, Van Leer with 11 in the first half for the Bulls. Fouls are a problem for both teams, as we've got 4 different members of Chicago with 3 fouls, and 3 Lakers with 3 fouls heading into the second half. This has been a tightly played game all the way. Let's look at your second quarter scoring. Gail Goodrich with 12 in the period. Chet Walker with 13 for Chicago in that period, as both these teams have kept it close. And now it's halftime, the time that you've all been waiting for, as we get our update from Heartland Championship Wrestling, as we say hello to Zalapsky Smurf in the chat room, just in time for halftime. Heartland Championship Wrestling has a pay-per-view tomorrow. It is Heartland Havoc 104. Blame It on the Boom Boom from Memphis. And we have a good card in store. In fact, I'll go ahead and put the card for tomorrow up on the screen. The main event will be for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship as Ric Flair defends against the Destroyer. The NWA World Tag Team Championship will be on the line as the champion Fabulous Freebirds defend against the Mighty Road Warriors. The Pro Wrestling Mid-America Championship will be defended by Bobo Brazil as he takes on Terry Funk. And in a very intriguing six-man tag team matchup, it will be the Horseman team of Barry Windham, Tully Blanchard, and Arn Anderson, who have been embroiled in a heel versus heel feud against a squad led by SoCal Val, the SoCal Crew they call themselves. Rick Rude is the main man of that faction, and SoCal Val just upped the ante in that feud when she joined forces with the Fallen Angel. And the Fallen Angel brings the Powers of Pain, Warlord and Barbarian, into this action. So we'll have both Fallen Angel and SoCal Val at ringside as their respective charges. The Warlord, the Barbarian, and Rick Rude will be in six-man tag team action against members of the Four Horsemen. Those four matches will be broadcast here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network sometime in the early evening tomorrow. On the undercard, matches you will not see on the broadcast include the Dixie Heavyweight Championship defense for Curt Hennig against Sting, and a couple of grudge matches as Tommy Rich, Wildfire, takes on the Macho Man, Randy Savage. That match has been months in the making ever since Randy Savage collected a bounty of over $25,000 to put Rich out of action. Rich is back and he is not happy, and he is coming after Savage. And then in our opening tag team contest, the long-standing feud between Dusty Rhodes and Lex Luger will see another chapter as Rhodes will team with Blackjack Mulligan to take on Lex Luger and his financial benefactor, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. So tune in tomorrow for 4 big matches from Heartland Championship Wrestling. As Lapsky Smurf says, I'm totally buying that pay-per-view. It is stacked. And Steve Tower replies with, oh, yeah! Because apparently Steve Tower can dig it. All right. Next Friday night will be a special night on the channel, as we will take a break from the Epic Basketball League, and we will see the Midwest Basketball League All-Star Game. This is my Stratomatic draft league that I run. It's an 18-team league, and we are going to have our All-Star Game featuring stars of the Eastern and Western conferences. My team, the Nature Boys, will have no representatives in the All-Star team. The Nature Boys are in full tank mode this season. Andrew Wiggins is our best player, and he's nowhere near All-Star caliber. But East versus West in All-Star Game action next Friday night here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. And then we will get back to the NBA Finals for the Epic Basketball League 2 weeks from tonight. As we say good evening to Dave Gardner in the chat room. Welcome, Dave, to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. We are just finishing up our halftime festivities here at Chicago Stadium. A very exciting, high-scoring, and chippy first half of action sees the Lakers with a 1-point lead, 71-70, coming into halftime. We've had 2 double fouls called, and we have had lots and lots of free throws. A total of 50 free throws were shot in the first half. That's not quite the pace of Game 1 of the series. In Game 1 of this series, we saw... Let me look this up because I added it to my notes. As we go to Epic Basketball League Finals. A total of 113 free throws were shot in Game 1 of this series, and a total of 88 personal fouls committed. We are not quite at that pace, but getting pretty close, as we're up to 40 total fouls and 50 total free throws in the first half of this one. So we're close to some records being set once again here, and not records that are to be proud of. As for the Lakers, it will be their starting five, in spite of the fact that West, McMillan, and Chamberlain are all carrying 3 personal fouls. The starting five for the Bulls will remain in action, and they've also got 3 players with 3 fouls, Van Leer, Sloan, and Burwinkle. So foul trouble will definitely be something to watch here as we get rolling in half number 2. Once again, the referee throws it up. And Chamberlain controls the jump ball for Los Angeles. Here's a quick shot from the free throw line extended for McMillan. That's no good. Goodrich steals the rebound for LA, and the Lakers will get another possession. They swing it around the perimeter. West passes it to Goodrich, back to West, who shoots the jump shot, no good. Chamberlain with the rebound for LA. Chamberlain with a short rainbow follow-up is good.
Chamberlain.
And the Lakers are up by 3, and believe it or not, that is their biggest lead of the night, 73-70, to open up half number 2. LA with their first possession of the second half. They look to Burwinkle inside. His short jump shot over Chamberlain is good. That's his first basket of the night. Chicago back to within 1, 73-72. Goodrich with it on the outside. Comes off the screen. Has an open look from the perimeter. He nails it.
Goodrich from
Goodrich
West.
keeps pouring him home as Jerry West picks up his first assist of the night here in the early stages of quarter number 3. Very atypical performance from Jerry West here tonight. With that pass and the shot by Goodrich puts Los Angeles back on top by 3. Here we have Van Leer taking the shot from 18, and he scores that one.
Norm Van
Right
Liner
in the face of Jerry West. Norm Van Leer has hit 5 straight. Chicago back to within 1. Offense coming the other way for LA. Here's Goodrich with another look against Sloan. He left that one short. Burwinkle takes the rebound for Chicago, and the Bulls have a chance to regain the lead. They look inside to Love. Love working in the paint, shoots over Hairston and scores.
Bob Love from
Bob
Bullwinkle.
Love now with 15 for Chicago as they go back on top by 1. 76-75. Lakers looking to regain the lead. West has it, looking to distribute as he's got Norm Van Leer all up in his area. West gets it back, only 4 on the shot clock. West is going to have to pull the trigger from deep. That's no good. Well defended by Van Leer. Chet Walker with the rebound for Chicago. Bulls come back. They get it into the hands of Sloan. Sloan's going to look inside to Love. Love under the backboard. His close-range jump shot is good. And Chicago now goes back on top by 3. Nice-looking shot there by Love. As LA comes back the other way, they work it inside to McMillan. McMillan from the low block, back to the basket, turns, shoots, it's short. Hairston with the offensive board for LA. Hairston with a putback attempt is good.
Hairston.
Good follow-up by Hairston. He's got 6 points now to go with 7 rebounds for LA as the Lakers are back to within 1. Here's Sloan with it, working on Goodrich. Sloan drives to the hoop and double dribbles. He saw Chamberlain coming to cut him off, and he thought twice about his decision-making and turned it over. Here's LA now running the 1-4 set with West. West is going to look to McMillan on the baseline. His shot from 12 feet out is good, and he is fouled from behind by Walker. McMillan stepped around. Walker got him from behind, and McMillan will go for the three-point play here. Second foul of the night on Walker as McMillan drops in the free throw, and that puts LA on top by 2, 80-78. Chicago back on offense. They get it to Walker. Free throw line extended. His jump shot is offline, and the rebound is taken by Hairston for the Lakers. Back on the other side of the court, West is called for palming as he tried to run a little give and go with McMillan. But he did the go before the give, and that's a turnover. Chicago with, again, a chance to tie the game here. 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. They trail by 2. Sloan with it on the perimeter, 14 on the shot clock. He finds Love in the lane. Love turns around, shoots, and scores. Bob Love now heating things up. He leads the Bulls with 19 points. We're tied at 80 as this game continues to be very closely fought, as all the games in this series have been. This has been a very fun series. Now Chamberlain has the ball down low on the low block. He shoots over Burwinkle and scores. He's hit 5 straight. And the Lakers go back on top, 82-80. Chamberlain now with 10. Ball goes into Love. Love out on the perimeter. Room for an outside shot over Hairston. He nails that one.
Butterbean from Burwinkle.
Give the assist to Burwinkle. An excellent passing big man. And it is now 82-82. Tied up with 8:17 to play in the third quarter. Here's a look from Goodrich for the outside, but Jerry Sloan got up in his face and forced Goodrich to hold on to the ball, and that's a 24-second shot clock violation. More good defense from Jerry Sloan. Gets another possession for Chicago. They get it into the hands of Burwinkle. 17 on the shot clock. Burwinkle looks to find a teammate. Can't find a teammate. He's forced to shoot the outside jump shot.
From Van Lier.
And he scores that. That's a shocker. Burwinkle usually doesn't shoot the ball from more than about 3 feet away. But he stepped away from the low post that time. Chamberlain didn't get there quick enough. And Burwinkle buries the jump shot to put the Bulls on top 84-82. As we say hello in the chat room to Captain Carl 8. Good evening, everybody. Captain Carl, you are not late. You get here when you want to get here. And you are here as at the appointed time, as we are about midway through the third quarter of a very exciting and high-scoring matchup. This is Game 4 of the 1971-72 Epic Basketball League Championship Finals. The Lakers lead the series 2-1. Chicago is looking to pull even on their home floor here tonight, and they lead by 2 with 7:42 to play in the third period. LA has possession. They get it down low to Chamberlain. Chamberlain steps around Burwinkle. Oh, but he cannot get the dunk to go down because Burwinkle fouled him from behind, and that is 4 on Tom Burwinkle. That will send Wilt Chamberlain to the line for 2 free throws in your moment of comedic diversion here on the evening, as Chamberlain at the free throw line is nothing short of a disaster. The first one actually hits the rim, and there was much rejoicing, but it did not go down. And the horn sounds, and Clifford Ray returns to action for Chicago. Good first half for Clifford Ray, 8 points, 7 rebounds. Got some extended minutes with Burwinkle in foul trouble. Second shot by Chamberlain is not even in the same county. And again, no good. Chamberlain has missed his last 5. Clifford Ray with the rebound for Chicago. And they have the ball now with a 2-point lead. The ball goes to Sloan on the perimeter. Tries to get it inside to Love. Backing in. Can't get a shot off against Hairston. Tries to swing it cross court to Walker. Behind him and out of play. Zalapsky Smurf says that kid Chamberlain has a future in this league. And actually, this is 1971-72. Chamberlain has already been in the league for now 13 years. Of course, you probably knew that, being a basketball fan. He is definitely on the downside of his offensive production, but still all defense, first team NBA, and pulled down 19 rebounds a game in the 71-72 season for the championship Lakers. Lakers with the basketball now, trailing by 2. as the open man for LA is Hairston on the baseline. Great pass from West, and Hairston nails the jump shot.
Hairston from West.
Give the assist to Jerry West, and once again we're tied. 84 apiece as we hit the 7-minute mark in the quarter. Norm Van Leer sets up the offense. Sends it inside to Walker. Walker working into the lane against McMillan. His layup with the left hand is blocked. Gail Goodrich somehow tipped that one away. McMillan takes the rebound for LA. Quick outlet to West. West and Goodrich will run. It's 2-on-2 going the other way. West dumps it to Goodrich. Goodrich lays it up and good.
Goodrich from West.
If West and Goodrich can get their fast break game going, that will turn the momentum of this one. LA on top by 2. Here's a shot from outside by Van Leer. Long jump shot, and it is tipped out of the air by Chamberlain. Walker takes the rebound. Walker on the deflection, grabs it inside. His jump hook is no good. Van Leer takes the offensive rebound. Van Leer is going to pull it out and set things back up for Chicago, as they will get a third opportunity to score here against this stingy Chicago defense. Van Leer sends it down low to Sloan. 17 on the shot clock. Sloan's looking for help. This is an ugly-looking offensive set here. Confusion on the Chicago side. Sloan is going to have to take his own shot. He turns left. He shoots it off the glass and good. Boy, Jerry Sloan made lemonade out of lemons with that shot. And we are tied once again now at 86. Here's West coming back for LA with the ball on the outside. We've got a whistle. And he traveled. Yet another turnover for Jerry West. And the ball goes back over to Chicago. West continues to have a very, very rough night here in Chicago Stadium. And the defensive prowess of Norm Van Leer, I'm sure, has a lot to do with that. Here's an outside look for Chet Walker for the Bulls. Actually cannot get the shot off as the double team came over. Walker tries to pass the ball out of the double team, and Gail Goodrich steps into the passing lane and picks up the steal. Back come the Bulls. They go inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain working on Bob Love with a good look.
Chamberlain
Turns around, shoots, and scores. 6 straight field goals for Chamberlain. He has now got 12. And LA goes on top by 2, 88-86. We are under 6 minutes to play here in the third. As Jerry Sloan has it for the Bulls. He looks to get into the lane, and he is called for the offensive foul. Boy, these penetrations, these drive plays in Action PC are very dicey. Lots of offensive fouls, lots of turnovers whenever you hit that drive option. And Jerry Sloan is going to have to go to the bench now, and he will be replaced by Jim King for Chicago. LA with the basketball, leading by 2, 88-86. They swing it around to McMillan from the elbow. He's got a good look at a jump shot, but he left it short. Hairston with the offensive board for LA. Hairston tries for the putback. His finger roll rolls around the rim and off. Hairston gets his own rebound, pitches it back out to Jerry West, and the Lakers will reset. That's now 10 rebounds for Hairston. Here's West and Chamberlain with a little two-man game going. Tries to swing it around to McMillan. It gets away from him out of bounds. Another turnover. 17 turnovers on the night now for the Lakers. Ball goes back over to Chicago. They're down by 2. They're working inside to Walker. Walker bullying his way in against McMillan, but McMillan got up and tipped the shot out of the air. Clifford Ray grabs the ball out of the air. Clifford Ray tries for the putback, and he is fouled by Goodrich. That foul is on the floor, so it'll just be one shot for Clifford Ray. And he cannot get it to drop. LA with the basketball now leading by 2. West has it on the outside. He is going to Try the outside jump shot. He swings it around to Goodrich. Goodrich with the outside J is good. And he is fouled by Jim King.
Goodrich scores, from West.
That puts LA on top by 4 and send Goodrich to the free throw line with a chance to make it 5. As Goodrich lines up the free throw and delivers. 91-86, LA has their biggest lead of the night. As Zalaski Smurf says, I find driving with 90s team leads to a lot of missed shots. Probably correct considering the great centers in that era. Certainly Will Chamberlain, one of the great centers. Lots of great centers in the 90s. Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo. Samuel Dallenberg could block some shots. And, of course, guys like Greg Ostertag blocking shots for the Utah Jazz back in the day. As the Bulls look to cut into the lead here. They're going to go inside to Love. Love has a switch against Goodrich coming off the screen, but he cannot get the shot to go. How about that? He's fouled on the play by Hairston, and it will be Bob Love shooting 2 for the Bulls. Love with 21 points on the night, now 22. Yes, he drops in the first. And Love hits them both to pull the Bulls to within 3. 91-88, 4.5 to play in the third. Here's West with a look from outside, missed again. Love takes the rebound for Chicago. 2-on-2 the other way. King will wisely slow things down as they didn't have a good look that time. Instead, they find Love on the low block. Love beats Hairston to the spot, takes the pass, lays it up. And Chamberlain came over and blocked that shot. He's an enforcer in the paint. Ray grabs the offensive rebound for the Bulls from the weak side. The scoop shot by Ray is around the rim and out, and finally Hairston comes over and takes the rebound for L.A. L.A. regains possession with now 4 minutes to play in the third. They bring it up slow. They get it into the hands of West. West from the top of the key leaves it for McMillan on the outside. McMillan, nice looking stroke from the perimeter. And he scores that one. He's got 14 now for LA. And the Lakers are back on top by 5. 93-88. Here's King with a look from the outside. Fakes the shot. He's going to try and get into the lane. Dipsy-do into the lane. Stopped by Chamberlain. Shot no good. Love comes up with the loose ball. Love with the putback attempt. Tries to get it down low to Ray, but Hairston got into the passing lane and took that one away. Los Angeles still on top by 5. They have the ball now in the hands of Hairston on the baseline. Hairston with another outside jump shot. That is around the rim and out. And we've got a whistle and a loose ball foul on the rebound. Chalk that one up to Gail Goodrich, and that will send Clifford Ray to the free throw line. And with 3.5 to play in the third, we're going to see the second units enter the ball game. It will be Clemens and Robinson in the backcourt. Pat Riley and John Trapp at the forwards, and Leroy Ellis down low for the Lakers. For the Bulls, we've got Ray at the free throw line. He wasn't going anyplace anyways. He will be joined in the front court by Howard Porter and Jackie Dinkins. And it will be Bob Weiss coming into the game at the point guard position for Chicago. Jim King remains in the game at the 2 guard. The free throw by Clifford Ray is good. And that cuts the lead to 4, 93-89. LA with the lead and the basketball. 3.5 to play in the third. Jim Clemens now at the helm, sends it to Pat Riley. Riley loves to attack the lane. He shows, he goes. He tries to dump it down to Trapp, and it's stolen away by Porter. Another Laker turnover leads to another possession for Chicago. Here's a look for Bob Weiss from the free throw line. Yes, he got back quickly, put the shot up in transition, and nailed it. As D. Scott Howard just watched the ageless and amazing Sue Bird at the age of 40 lead the Storm to another win, 9-2 on the year in real-life basketball. Thank you for the update from D. Scott Howard. LA with the basketball now leading by 2. Here's Clemens on top, facing off against Weiss. Clemens takes it to the hoop, shoots and scores.
Clemens.
Nice little teardrop from the lane by Jim Clemens. Puts LA back on top by 4. Under 3 minutes to play now in the third. Here's an outside look from Jimmy King. Couldn't get that one to drop. And Ray takes a rebound for Chicago. Another offensive board for the big rookie. And his putback attempt, he jams it home. He's got a double-double now off the bench. 11 points and 11 rebounds for Clifford Ray. It's back to a 2-point game. LA leading 95-93. Here's a quick jump shot by Clemens. He left it short. And another rebound for Clifford Ray for Chicago. Bulls with a chance to tie. They go back inside to Ray, working against Leroy Ellis inside. His short jump shot is good. And he draws the foul
Clifford
on
Ray
Ellis.
Scores.
Ray with a chance for a 3-point play as he has tied the game at 95. Ray misses the free throw. And John Trapp takes the rebound for LA. We're tied at 95 as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third period. Inside it goes to Leroy Ellis. Ellis comes off a screen. He's got a mismatch over Jim King.
Ellis,
and he buries that short jump shot to put LA back on top by 2. Observation from Zalapsky Smurf. A few future NBA coaches and execs in this series. Jerry Sloan, that's correct. Jerry West. Bob Weiss and also Pat Riley are all in this game here tonight. And all of them would go on to leadership roles in the NBA further down the line. Chicago looking to tie the game here as they've got it into the hands of Weiss. Weiss working on Clemens, 15 on the shot clock. Weiss wants to pull the trigger, but his shot is off the side of the rim, no good. Weiss steals away the rebound, dumps it inside to Jackie Dinkins. Dinkins tries to take it up, and he loses it out of bounds for the turnover. The ball goes back over to Los Angeles. Lakers with the basketball leading by 2. Under 2 minutes to play now in the third. They get it inside to John Trapp. Trapp working on Howard Porter with a little jump shot. That's no good, and another rebound for Clifford Ray. Ray has just been dominating the boards since Wilt Chamberlain went out of the game. And here's a turnover by Chicago as Weiss tried to get it to King, and it's slapped away and stolen by Jim Clemens. LA still on top by 2. They work it inside to Ellis. Ellis with the short jump shot. Oh, it's tipped away and blocked by Ray. Ray grabs his 14th board. Back the other way, Chicago wants to run. Weiss will lead the break. He's got King and Dinkins. Dinkins with the ball on the right, sends it over to King on the left. King drives the baseline. His little layup is no good, and King is called for the offensive foul. Nice job by John Trapp to get back and take the charge for Los Angeles. LA regains possession of the basketball, still leading by 2. Coming up on the final minute here in period number 3. Here's Clemens with the basketball out on top. Knifes his way through the lane. There's a whistle, and he's called for the offensive foul. I couldn't resist that drive option, and it led to another offensive foul. Does Elgin Baylor count since he technically played for? Yes, he does count. He played about the first 11 games of the season before he abruptly retired early in the 71-72 season. But yes, he was a member of the Lakers roster in this season, and he did go on to success as an NBA executive as well. Chicago trailing by 2. They get it to King on the outside. 17 on the shot clock. King working against Flynn Robinson out there. They whip it around the perimeter. King has a chance at a jump shot, but Robinson forced him to alter the shot. It falls off the rim, no good, and Jim Clemens takes the rebound for L.A. Clemens, I believe, also was a longtime assistant coach in the NBA, and I believe he had a brief run as a head coach without as much success as some of the other fellows in this game. But Clemens also was another one who hung around the league long after his playing days were done. Here's Flynn Robinson on the offense for Los Angeles. We've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball and an illegal screen by Pat Riley. That is 3 fouls on Pat Riley as he laid the wood to Jimmy King out there. And again, words are exchanged between Bulls and Lakers after another physical play. Chicago now trails by 2 with the basketball, 47 seconds to play in the period. Inside, the ball goes to Jim King. He's got Leroy Ellis all over him. He has to swing it back out. They get it around to Ray down low with 6 on the shot clock. Ray sends it back to Weiss, back down to Ray. No one's there for that pass. Out of bounds to Los Angeles. Good defense by the Lakers as they had Chicago falling all over themselves on that offense. That's what they call the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot offense. Here's LA with the ball, 27 on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. They will have to try and get a shot off before the end of the period, but they are going to burn some clock here before they set things up. They work it down to 11 seconds on the shot clock, and they're going to send it over to Flynn Robinson. Robinson from the outside scores it.
Robinson.
Nice looking shot from
Riley.
15 feet out. And that puts LA on top by 4. We've got 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Chicago's going to try for the last shot of the period. They look inside to Ray. Tries to get it back out to Dinkins. Not a good pass. Slapped away and stolen by Clemens, and that will be the end of the period. And at the end of 3, it is LA leading this game by 4, 99-95. But we are heading for the fourth quarter, and it should be another good one. As we take a look at the third quarter scoring, both teams came back to earth in the scoring column. 28-25 Los Angeles was your combined score in that period. Gail Goodrich leads all scorers with 28 points, and he is having a sensational night. 9 of 15 from the field, 10 of 10 from the free throw line. And he is more than making up for the deficiencies shown here tonight by his backcourt mate, Jerry West, who has only 3 points compared to 7 turnovers. Yes, I said 7 turnovers. West only 1 for 7 from the field. For the Bulls, again, balanced scoring is what we see from this team. They're led by their forward duo of Bob Love with 23, Chet Walker with 18. Also good contributions with 13 from Norm Van Leer. And off the bench, 13 points, 14 rebounds for Clifford Ray. We'll take a look at the scoring by quarter in the third. Goodrich with 7. He has led the Lakers in every period. Chamberlain came up big with 6 points in that period. Bob Love with 10 to lead the Bulls. As we head to quarter number 4 of another very good ball game in this championship finals series. LA looking to hold on here, steal another one in Chicago Stadium, and take a commanding 3-1 lead in this series before it heads back to LA for Game 5. Chicago still plenty of opportunities to successfully defend their home court and tie the series at 2 if they can pull out the game here in the fourth. We'll stay with the second units to start things off for the first 3 or 4 minutes of the quarter. The foul trouble did not mount much in that third period. Still a lot of Lakers with 3, but nobody on the Lakers has committed number 4 yet. Burwinkle with 4 for Chicago. King and Sloan also with 4 apiece for Chicago. They'll try and ride King for a while to get Sloan back into the game, and they can always slide Bob Weiss into that shooting guard role as well should Sloan get into further foul trouble. All right, we are ready for action here in the fourth. Hopefully the referee won't throw up again And yes, indeed, he throws up the ball to start the fourth period. Sometimes he tosses it up. Sometimes he's having a little GI distress, and he decides to throw up the ball instead. Here's Lakers in control of the tip. Clemens into the front court, dishes to Robinson. 18 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Flynn Robinson to set up a play. They send it down low to Ellis. Ellis working on the low block against Clifford Ray. Steps around Ray, lays it up,
Ellis
and good.
from Robinson.
Give the assist to Robinson. And the Lakers go up by 6, 101-95. Certainly not an insurmountable Los Angeles lead, but it is their biggest lead of the night. Chicago with the basketball, working inside to Dinkins. Dinkins works it into the lane against Riley. Pump fakes, shoots, misses. But draws the foul on Riley, and that is 4 on Pat Riley. Jackie Dinkins to the line for 2 free throws. He misses the first, shooting 49% from the season. Not exactly Chamberlain-esque, but in that realm, as Dinkins missed them both. And Leroy Ellis took the rebound for L.A. L.A. now leading 101-95, chance to extend the lead as Clemens brings the ball up and sets up the offense. They get it to Robinson on the perimeter. Robinson with the outside jump shot has it knocked away by King. L.A. will retain possession with 9 on the shot clock. Trap to inbound for L.A. The ball goes out to Clemens with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Shot clock is winding down. Clemens forced to take the wild jump shot from 15 feet out. That spins around and out. And to nobody's surprise, Clifford Ray skies for another rebound for Chicago. That's his 15th. Here's Jim King bringing it up for the Bulls. Setting up the offense to Weiss. Weiss with the outside jump shot. Oh, it's swatted out of the air. Batted away by Ellis. Rebound picked up by Los Angeles by John Trapp. Chicago quick to get back on the transition defense, forcing LA to set up the half-court offense. They get it to Riley in the corner. Riley looking for help. Sends it down low to Ellis. Ellis on the switch has a mismatch against Dinkins. Ellis shoots and scores.
Ellis from Riley.
Good patience by Riley. Waited for Ellis to come open. Found him with the pass for the assist. LA now on top by 8. We're starting to hear some murmurs from the crowd here at Chicago Stadium as Jackie Dinkins goes on the attack. Drives it into the lane, hits the deck, fouled by Trapp. That foul is called on the floor. Dinkins will shoot 1. Hopefully this one will be better than his last 2 attempts. But it rims around and rims out. Ray comes out of there with the offensive rebound for the Bulls. Ray with a putback attempt, and that is blocked. Leroy Ellis swatted that one out of the air and out of bounds. Chicago keeps possession with 21 on the shot clock. How about Leroy Ellis with that block? The ball goes inside. Ball goes to Ray on the perimeter. He is not a perimeter player. He squares up against Ellis. Oh, and somehow his 10-footer drops.
Clifford Ray.
Clifford Ray with a season high of 15 points to go with 16 rebounds as he pulls the Bulls back to within 6. Chicago needs a stop here. The ball goes into the hands of Robinson. Robinson thinks about attacking. Dribbles to his left, loses control, and it is knocked away out of bounds. Ball goes over to Chicago. Yet another Los Angeles turnover. That is 22 on the night for the Lakers. Bulls have turned it over 17 times. I don't know if that's a sloppy offensive play or good defense or probably some combination of both, as both of these teams have some really solid defensive players. Under 10 to play, Chicago with the ball trailing by 6. They get it into the hands of Bob Weiss. Weiss with the jump shot from outside is offline, too long, and Ray grabs the offensive rebound for the Bulls. Ray is going to try and take it up strong. He cannot get the shot to go. Tries to send it down low to Porter, but threw it out of bounds, and the ball goes back over to Los Angeles. Lakers look to extend the lead. Under 10 minutes to play. They look inside to Trapp. Trapp and Porter battling it out down in the low block. Porter tries to pass the ball out of the low post. It's stolen by Dinkins. Chicago wants to run. Weiss leading the break. Sends it over to Dinkins. Dinkins into the lane. Lays it up and good.
Jackie Dinkins.
Good looking layup there by Jackie Dinkins. Pulls Chicago to within 4. 103-99. Under 10 minutes to play. As Steve Tower says, uh-oh, this isn't looking good for Chicago. The Bulls have kept it close. It has been a monster night for Clifford Ray off the bench to help Chicago stay in this one. Here's Clemens for LA. He wants to attack. From the perimeter, he drives. The whistle blows to stop play as Clemens sent it over to Riley, and Riley walked with it. As we say hello to Brock Riblet in the chat room. Brock, another great wrestling fan and a great player of the Filsinger Games Legends of Wrestling. And if you weren't here for the halftime show, Brock, I had a full rundown of tomorrow's pay-per-view Heartland Championship Wrestling broadcast. We'll be on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network with that sometime in the late afternoon, early evening. As it is LA to set things up. They're working inside Chicago to set things up. They're working inside to Porter. His little jump shot is off the rim, no good. Clifford Ray with another offensive rebound to regain possession for Chicago. Ray's jump hook is offline. Dinkins with the offensive board. Dinkins with the putback attempt. He pump fakes. He shoots. And he misses. Off the side of the rim, no good, but he is fouled on the play by Trapp. And it will be 2 more free throws for Jackie Dinkins. That is the 3rd team foul on Los Angeles here in the quarter. And even though Dinkins is not a great free throw shooter, that's going to make a difference down the stretch as Chicago is likely to get into the bonus relatively early in the quarter. Dinkins actually hits the first. He hits them both. How about that? 6 points now for Jackie Dinkins. And Chicago is back to within 2. As the Chicago Stadium fans begin clapping and stomping again, trying to rally their team from this deficit and get them back into the ball game, as we now have 9 minutes to play, and LA holds a 2-point lead with the basketball. Here's Flynn Robinson from the outside. His shot is off target. Trapp takes the offensive board for LA. Here's Trapp with a putback attempt. Oh, goes to his right hand, around the rim, lays it up and good. Actually tipped out of the air by Porter for the goaltend, but it went through the basket anyways, and LA goes back on top by 4. 105-101 in a very high-scoring matchup. Here's Dinkins with another opportunity. Dinkins will drive the baseline. Gets around Riley. His layup is no good. Riley takes the rebound for LA. It's 2-on-2 at the other end. Clemens and Riley streaking down the court. Clemens dribbles to his left. Gets into the lane. Dumps it off to Riley on the trail. Riley lays it up and good.
Riley from Clemens.
Nicely set up there by Jim Clemens, and that puts LA on top by 6. 107-101. 8.5 to play. Chicago's going to go ahead and take a timeout, and they're going to get the first units back into the game. Actually, both teams are going to come back with their first units for the stretch run. West and Goodrich, McMillan and Hairston, and Chamberlain for LA. And for Chicago, Van Leer and Sloan, Walker and Love, and Burwinkle. 107-101, Chicago in a must-win situation here, trailing by 6, midway into the 4th period. With possession, Walker to inbound. The pass goes to Sloan on the perimeter. The defense collapses. Sloan has no place to go with it, and his pass is stolen away by McMillan. Nice effort on the defensive end for LA. West dribbles it into the front court. Looks to McMillan on the baseline. McMillan drives, and he's called for the charge. That is 4 on McMillan. Chicago yet to commit a foul here in the fourth quarter. They trail by 6 as they look to set up the offense. This time Sloan is going to take it himself. He gets into the lane. He barrels into Goodrich. He lays it up and misses. But Goodrich is called for the foul, and that will put Jerry Sloan on the free throw line. And that is 4 team fouls for LA here in the period. Sloan hits the first free throw. Sloan hits them both, and that cuts the lead to 4. 107-103. LA with the lead and the basketball. Chamberlain has it on the perimeter. Too far out to get a good look at a shot. He's going to send it back out on top to Jerry West. West with the outside jump shot. Around the rim and out, but he is fouled on the play by Van Leer. And Jerry West will shoot 2 free throws. West hits the first free throw. Only 4 points tonight for Jerry West. We have chronicled his struggles here this evening. West hits both free throws. LA goes back on top by 6. As Chicago brings the ball back the other way. On the offensive end, they look for Love. Love gets the pass inside. His jump shot from in close is blocked. Hairston got that one. Walker takes the offensive rebound. Walker goes up strong. His shot is no good, but he is fouled on the play by Hairston, and he will go to the free throw line for 2 shots, and that is the 5th team foul on LA, and Chicago will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Walker steps to the free throw line and hits the first. Takes a deep breath. Dribbles, shoots, scores. 2 for 2 for Walker. He's got 20 points now. The Laker lead is 4. Still 7.5 to play, plenty of time. As LA comes back on the offense, they get a look for Hairston from the baseline. It's stolen by Love. Love tipped it away and stole it. Here's a quick outlet to Van Leer. Chicago has numbers. 3 on 2. Love down the center of the court. Steps to his right, gets around West, and slams it home.
Love.
A steal and a coast-to-coast slam for Bob Love, and it is a 2-point game, and the fans here in Chicago Stadium are beside themselves with joy. Here's West with an outside jump shot, and he nails it. West quieted the crowd with that one as LA goes back on top by 4. 111-107, under 7 minutes to play in this one. Sloan gets it inside to Walker. The short jump shot by Walker from the paint is good. It's a 2-point game. Whoever executes better on the offensive end will have a big advantage in this game as we come down the stretch. Here's Goodrich with a perimeter jump shot against Sloan. It's no good. But he is fouled by Sloan, and that is 5 on Sloan. That will send Goodrich to the line for 2 shots. Yeah, Steve Towers says it's going to be an exciting... Every game in this series has come down to an exciting finish. Yeah, Sloan is going to have to go to the bench here with the 5 fouls. Goodrich hits the first free throw. And we're going to bring Bob Weiss into the game to replace Sloan with the 5 fouls. As Goodrich with the second free throw, that's good. LA goes back on top by 4. 113-109. Goodrich now with 30 points on the night for LA. The ball goes inside to Love. Working hard down low. Hairston bodies him up on the low block. The shot for Love won't go down, but Hairston got him with the body, and that's 5 on Hairston. Love will get 3 to make 2. He hits the first. Into the game for LA is going to come John Trapp. As Hairston's going to go to the bench with 5 fouls. Love hits the second. It's a 2-point game once again. 6:28 to play. LA with the basketball in the hands of West. West looks to distribute. Gets it inside to Trapp. Tough matchup down there against Love. His turnaround jump shot is too strong. And Chet Walker takes the rebound for for Chicago. Chicago wants to push the tempo. They've got it in transition. Walker down the center of the floor to Love on the baseline. Love lays it up, no good. He missed the layup. There's a tussle for the rebound, and Jim McMillan comes out with it for LA. Missed opportunity there as Love had a shot at a game-tying layup and could not get it to go. LA retains possession, up by 2. We've reached the midway point of the fourth quarter as we say hello again to Dave Gardner. Evenly matched teams in this one without a doubt. Here's Goodrich on the perimeter. Tries to get off the jump shot. It's knocked away by Van Leer, out of bounds. Los Angeles will keep possession with 8 on the shot clock. Lakers still clinging to a 2-point lead. Trapp to inbound. Oh, and it's stolen by Weiss. Bob Weiss stole the inbounds pass, and once again the Bulls have a chance to tie the game here if they can convert on the offensive end. They're going to look to Walker. Open on the outside. His shot from the perimeter is no good. And Jerry West takes the rebound for LA. Once again, the Bulls cannot convert. And once again, LA has a chance to extend the lead. Here's West taking it into the front court. Open on the wing is Goodrich. Takes the pass from Chamberlain. The jump shot is short, and Burwinkle takes the rebound for Chicago. Only the 3rd rebound of the game for Burwinkle. He's been in foul trouble, and Clifford Ray took care of business for the Bulls on the glass. Here's Van Leer bringing it up for Chicago. For the 3rd time, they have the opportunity to tie the game on this possession. Tom Burwinkle is limping up the other end of the court, but he is not going to come out of this one. 15 on the shot clock. The ball goes to Walker on the perimeter. Walker with a baseline jump shot is no good. He gets his own rebound. Walker with the putback. It's good.
Chet Walker.
The stick-to-itiveness by Walker ties the game at 113. 5 minutes to play. Another barn burner here in Chicago Stadium. Jerry West with the basketball. Works against Van Leer. He's going to pull the trigger from 18 feet out, and he lost it out of bounds. Another turnover for Jerry West. The Lakers have turned the ball over 28 times in this contest. How about a 5-minute game, says JT. You got it, my man. The last 5 minutes are going to decide this one, and that is definitely a fitting outcome. The pass goes to Love down low. Working on Trapp. The short-range jump shot is no good. Burwinkle takes the offensive rebound. Burwinkle's going to try the putback. He pumps, he shoots, he misses. Chamberlain forced him to alter the shot, and McMillan came over to the weak side to take the rebound. Here's a transition opportunity for the Lakers. They've got the numbers 4 on 3. McMillan with a quick outlet pass. Sends it to West. West drives it into lane, missed the layup. And Van Leer takes the rebound, but it is slapped away and stolen by West. Jerry West showing frustration as he had a chance at a clutch layup there and could not get it to drop. The struggles continue for Mr. Logo. But he alertly came away with the steal after the rebound, and with 4:22 to play, LA has another shot at it. They go inside to Chamberlain. Working against Burwinkle, gets a good look. The shot drops off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound for Trapp. Trapp with a short jumper, that's no good. Chamberlain takes the rebound. Another shot opportunity for the Lakers. Chamberlain rises up this time. He missed again, but he is fouled on the play by Walker. And Chamberlain will go to the line to shoot 2. 0 for 5 from the free throw line today. Probably a smart foul by Chet Walker to put Chamberlain on the line rather than give up an easy inside putback. Chamberlain hits the first free throw. He's now 1 for 6 on the night. He misses the second, and Burwinkle takes the rebound. 4:15 to play. 114-113, Chicago with the basketball. They trail by 1. Van Leer brings it up and calls a play. Motion offense for Chicago. They get it to Walker on the perimeter. He's got to look from the outside. He cannot get it to go, but he is fouled on the play by McMillan, and that is 5 on McMillan. That will send Chet Walker to the line for 3 to make 2 on the leaner. McMillan not very happy with that call, but he of anyone should know that his opinion just doesn't matter. We've got 4 minutes to play. We've got Chet Walker on the free throw line with 3 to make 2. That was foul number 5 on McMillan. And with 4 minutes to play, we're going to have to make some decisions about bringing these guys back in with their foul trouble. Usually I like to wait until 2 to 3 minutes before bringing in the guys with the 5 fouls. Walker hits the free throw. We've also got John Trapp facing a fatigue warning. So what we're going to do is this. LA is going to go to the bench. They're going to bring Leroy Ellis into the game and try and steal a couple of minutes from Pat Riley. And when we get down to about 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes to play, everybody with 5 fouls is going to stampede back into the game, and we'll play it from there. 4 minutes to play. The score is tied. Walker has 1 more free throw plus the bonus, but he hits the second free throw. He's got 26 points, and Chicago now leads by 1. 4 minutes to play. LA sets up the offense. Goodrich with it on the outside. He's been the hot hand tonight. Passes up the shot opportunity, tries to send it back out to West. Bad pass stolen by Weiss. Here's a transition opportunity for Chicago. Weiss wants to go coast to coast. He gets ahead of the defense. He lays it up and good.
Bob Weiss.
Clutch play by Bob Weiss. In the game late with Jerry Sloan out of action due to foul trouble. He has put Chicago up 117-114. And the fans in Chicago Stadium are on their feet. West with the basketball. Looks for the perimeter jump shot. And misses. Settled for the jump shot. No good. Rebound taken by Burwinkle for Chicago. Once again, Jerry West continues to struggle here in Chicago Stadium. Chicago leads by 3. 3.5 to play. They've got the basketball. Here's an interior screen for Love. He's got a mismatch against Gail Goodrich on the low block. His short-range jump shot is no good, off the front of the rim. Love should have had that one, but he left it short, and Pat Riley with the rebound for L.A. Guys from the second unit for both teams making a big difference down the stretch here. As Riley gives it to West. West brings it up slowly. Sends it to Goodrich. Goodrich drives. Tries to dump it into Chamberlain. It's kicked out of play by Burwinkle. LA retains possession with 14 on the shot clock. 3:15 on the game clock. Lakers will inbound. They get it to Ellis. He needs help. 14 on the shot clock. He's going to look for Goodrich. Goodrich on the outside. Has a look at an open jump shot. It's around the rim and out. And Walker takes the rebound for Chicago. Another miss for the Lakers in the clutch. And another opportunity for the Bulls to extend the lead as Van Leer brings it into the front court. 117-114. Chicago in the lead, 3 minutes to play. They go inside to Walker. Walker steps around Riley, lays it up and
The
good.
Jet.
Chicago now up by 5. And LA coach Bill Sharman has seen enough as he calls timeout, and it is going to be the first unit back into the game for Chicago, for LA. They come back with McMillan, and they come back with Hairston, both with 5 fouls. Hairston to inbound. Can't find anybody. That's a 5-second violation. Another turnover. That is the 30th turnover of the game for the Lakers. Chicago's defense has been stellar here in Chicago Stadium tonight. Even though they've given up 114 points with 3 minutes to play, they have forced those 30 turnovers, and that has made a huge difference in this contest. The Bulls want to extend the lead. Open inside is Bob Love. He's got a mismatch against McMillan. He's under the backboard. His turnaround jump shot is good.
Butterbean from Borwinkle.
Love got open. Burwinkle found him with the pass for the assist. Chicago goes up by 7. 121-114. The fans in the stadium here in Chicago are ecstatic. Here's a perimeter jump shot for McMillan, and he nails that one
McMillian.
to pull the Lakers back to within 5. This ain't over. Chicago now with the basketball. 2.5 to play. Van Leer looks to Walker on the perimeter. 9 on the shot clock. Walker working on McMillan. He takes the shot and buries it.
Chet Walker from Van Leer.
30 points for Walker. Give the assist to Van Leer. And LA has fallen down by 7 with 2:19 to play. Chicago coming up huge in this fourth quarter. Once again, it's McMillan with a shot from the outside. He drives around into the lane. The shot won't go, but Chamberlain takes the rebound and he traveled with it. Oh my goodness, yet another turnover for the Lakers. And with 2 minutes to play, we're going to see the first unit for Chicago come back into the game. Walker with a dagger, says JT. Yes, indeed. Sloan back into the game. For Chicago as they lead by 7 with the basketball. Love has it down low, working against Hairston. Spin move. Fall away from in close.
Bob
He
Love
nails it.
from Sloan.
Chicago goes up by 9 with 2 minutes to play. Chicago has taken charge here in the fourth. And I can't remember the last time Gail Goodrich scored for the Lakers. He has gone quiet, as has the entire Laker team here coming down the stretch. If Chicago is going to make this a series, they need to hold on to this lead, says Steve Tower, and truer words were never spoken. Here's West on the attack. He wants to get into the lane. He fakes, he drives, he shoots, he scores.
West.
Jerry West coming up big. The lead is 7. Can the Lakers get a stop? Chicago's going to burn some clock. They dribble it down to 12 on the shot clock. And Van Leer sets up the offense. From the outside, he's fouled hard by West. And Van Leer will go to the line to shoot 2. Van Leer, a very good free throw shooter. 80% on the season. He hits 1 out of 2. And Chamberlain grabs the rebound for LA. The Bulls lead by 8. LA needs to work quickly. West brings the ball up. from the top of the key. Cannot get the shot off. Van Leer ties him up, and West is called for the travel. Another turnover by the Lakers. LA is going to go to the quick shot offense. Chicago Stadium crowd shouting, "Ray, Ray, Ray." Yeah, why not? Burwinkle's a little tired. Ray has dominated the boards tonight. Why not bring Ray back into the game? Who says we don't listen to the crowd here in Chicago Stadium? Action continues for Chicago, up by 8. 1:15 to play. Van Leer from the outside is fouled again by West. And he will return to the free throw line with a chance to pad the lead. He hits the first. Van Leer hits them both, and for the first time tonight, the Bulls have taken a double-digit lead as the crowd goes wild for the return of Clifford Ray and for the outstanding fourth quarter performance by their Bulls here in Chicago Stadium as they have pulled ahead 128-118. LA still rushes the ball up the court. It's going to be West. Defended by Van Leer. Ooh, nice pass inside to McMillan for the short jump shot.
From West.
Good find by West. But this may be too little and too late, as the fat lady is loosening up her pipes and getting ready to say farewell to the Los Angeles Lakers. Chicago holds the ball. And McMillan has it. He's fouled by Sloan. And that will be all for Jerry Sloan tonight. Or Sloan will get 3 to make 2. That will be all for McMillan. Sloan with the basketball will go to the line. McMillan fouls out. Tom Brady is not walking through that door, says Dave Gardner. As Sloan hits the first free throw, the lead is 9. Sloan tees it up again. Missed that one, but he'll get the bonus. 1:07 to play. As Sloan delivers the third free throw, he misses that one. Chamberlain takes the rebound. LA trailing by 9. This is before the three-point shot era, so this is truly a 5-possession game for the Lakers, and they don't have time to get that done. The pass goes to Goodrich on the outside. Too much mustard on the hot dog as Van Leer gets into the passing lane and steals it. 1:01 to play. As LA comes up empty again, they now have 33 turnovers on the night. Chicago will burn clock. Van Leer is fouled by West, and that is number 6 on Jerry West. He leaves the game after a very disappointing performance. Norm Van Leer steps to the free throw line. Hits the first. The lead is 10. Van Leer missed the second. And Clifford Ray with the offensive rebound for Chicago. How about that? And now Ray is fouled by Chamberlain on the rebound, and Clifford Ray will shoot 2. Ray with 15 points, 19 rebounds. Missed the first free throw. But he hits the second, and the lead is 11 with under a minute to play. 131-120. Desperation time for the Lakers. They go to Goodrich. And Goodrich buries the outside jump shot. He was quiet most of the fourth quarter, but he hits one there. He's got 32, but the Lakers still trail by 9. Anybody in the chat room want to see some more free throws? As Van Leer is fouled by Hairston, and that's all for Hairston, as he says goodbye to the Chicago crowd. He'll be replaced by Leroy Ellis. Everybody not named Chamberlain has fouled out of this game, it seems, for the Lakers. Van Leer knocks down the first free throw. And I think it's about time for the Lakers to just wave the white flag on this one. They're down by 10, under a minute to play. As Van Leer missed the second free throw, Chamberlain comes out with it. Chicago rushes the ball down the floor with Robinson. They pound it inside to Ellis in the lane. His short jump shot is good.
Ellis.
He's got 14, and the lead is back to 8 with 45 seconds to play. Chicago passing the ball around the perimeter. They get it to Van Leer. He's fouled by Robinson. Van Leer will go back to the free throw line. He's not shot the free throws particularly well tonight, and he missed that one. The lead is 8. Van Leer hits the second free throw, and that pushes the lead to 9. And once again, LA needs to get off a quick shot. 43 seconds to play. It'll be Robinson. His outside jump shot is too strong, and Clifford Ray takes the rebound for the Bulls. That is his 20th. 20 rebounds on the night for Clifford Ray. Van Leer dribbles into the front court, taking his time, working the ball around the perimeter. They swing it over to Sloan. His outside jump shot is no good, and Chamberlain takes the rebound for L.A. 28 seconds to play. L.A. hustles it down the court. Robinson brings it up. Swings it around to Goodrich, guarded by Sloan. Goodrich cannot get the shot to fall. And on the offensive board, basket interference is called by Chamberlain. So Chicago will regain possession of the basketball. As there is nobody left on the LA bench, but a bunch of guys on the end of the court in sweatpants after having fouled out. Chicago with the basketball now, and they'll hold the ball. 11 seconds to play. They're going to put it in the hands of Van Leer. And he's just going to dribble out the clock. Down to 6. Van Leer dribbling to his left. Gets it over to Love, who kills some time. 2 seconds to play. Back over to Van Leer. He finally throws one up at the buzzer. It's no good, and that is your ball game. Your final score tonight, and another runtime error. So once again, we're not going to get a box score. And you know, Dave Cook has got to do something about this runtime error business, because this is the second game in a row that we've not been able to get a box score out of the program. Another epic game, says D. Scott Howard. Thank you to everybody who came out tonight. We can look at the line scores. Goodrich with 32 for LA to lead the Lakers, but he only had about 2 in the fourth quarter. For Chicago, they came up huge. Bob Love with 31, Chet Walker with 30, and Clifford Ray gets my vote for player of the game with 16 points and 20 rebounds. As Dave Gardner says, send him the file. Good idea, Dave. I think I will do that. I'll send him both those files if I can get hold of them. And thank you to everybody who came out tonight. JT, Dave Gardner, Steve Tower, Scott Howard, Brock Riblet stopped by. Zalapsky Smurf stopped by. Captain Carl 8 was in the chat room here tonight. Amish Elvis and Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims. Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight as Chicago defends their home court here tonight and evens the series at 2 games apiece. Once again, pay-per-view action, Heartland Championship Wrestling tomorrow. My Journey with Jesus on Sunday. And next Friday night, the Midwest Basketball League All-Star Game. Thank you once again to everybody for checking out tonight's broadcast. That's our stream, and I am out of here.